And here comes the Eclipse. I'm holding my Eclipse glasses over my phone, and so there it is, almost coming to 100%, I think. There's the big Eclipse. This is that cheap Walmart RV water hose, and it's fairly resistant to cutting for some reason. It shouldn't be that tough, but I'll give a little test. Let's see how the Nemesis goes through it. Now, see? Now, remember, this has got that real thick edge, so I'm getting a lot of resistance, but it's cutting it. So it's a good sharp knife. It just has such a fat edge. I'm gonna say it's definitely close to 25 degrees on each side. And here comes the wind. Right on cue. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, so we're gonna head in the local WMA, get into some woods and play with some knives. Beautiful day, Eclipse day. So we'll see how that goes. Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman. I'm out here in the Arkansas woods, and I'm gonna put some use on this Colonial knife, Nemesis Bushcraft knife. I did a little tabletop of it. This is 154 cm, and this is a serialized knife. I don't know if that means they're never gonna make more or what, but this is number 197 out of looks like 600. Okay, from Colonial knife, and they call it a bushcraft knife. I'm going to use it as kind of like a general all-purpose, more of a utility belt type of knife. It is a very thick grind, 3/16 154 cm stock, and it's got a thick edge on it. The knife came flawless. I actually got the 2-for-1 deal, so I paid $75 for this knife. And micarta, black micarta handle is a little on the small side for me. It's fine, a little on the small side. It can be a little slick. I did put some grip tape along the tang of the knife there, just to give me a little bit more grip. But I'm here in the woods, and I'm gonna give it a little work, see how she goes. Stand by. All right, so I have no doubt that this knife will baton fine, even though it does have that swedge up in the front. There's plenty of blade there. Okay, so I've got some, there's just a lot of deadfalls around here. So this is a piece that looks okay, and it is some type of hardwood, I believe, but we'll just go through it. And batoning, this is just, okay, this wood's a little punky in the middle, so it's quite easy to split. But I'm not saying you got a baton, but it's just a way to test the knife, do some work with, but put a little pressure on it just to make sure, you know, the steel is okay. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a tougher piece here. This is a different piece. It really does. Yeah, that's a much more solid piece of, looks like oak. And it just goes right through that. Like I said, this knife came very sharp. Yeah, this is oak. Let's so it's got a thick angle on it. It still cuts well. You can still see that. You can still make nice curls with this on this piece of oak. Not my first choice for a bushcrafter. I like my edges a little thinner. I like my standard kind of a Scandivex kind of a grind. This one being chunky, you gotta cock it over a little bit more to dig in, but it's a very, very sharp knife. And as you can see, if you're close enough, it is peeling off curls of this very hard oak heartwood here. I'm right in the middle of this little piece of oak, and yeah, it will make little curlies. So this is a lot softer piece. You got a nice edge there. This is kind of crumbly. Knife is comfortable. There's no hot spots on the handle, although like I said, it is a little small for me. It is comfortable, but when the handle is small and you really got to grip hard on it, it will fatigue you a little bit. It's just one of my things on knives. I just wish more of these knives would just have bigger, thicker, fatter handles so you can work with them a little bit better. But it will make the customary curls. All right, we're gonna check the tip strength of this knife. And when I do a tip test, I'm not trying to do the Joe X thing. I paid for this knife. I don't want to break it, but I do want to test the tip a little bit. And what I do on my test is just a little bit more than I would normally expect what the particular knife I'm using should be able to handle. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a test, not trying to break my tip off. If I wanted to, I could break it off, but guys, I'm just testing the tip strength for you. In case you decided you ever wanted to get this knife, you'll have some feel how well they've heat treated this 154 cm. And I can't remember, but I think it's the HRC it's either 59 or 60 on their 154 cm that they've used for this knife, the Nemesis, and their larger knife similar to this one is the Defiant. But yeah, and like I said, this is 3/16 stock, so even though it's a small knife and kind of a, not a very wide tip that way, it's still pretty thick and it's got a lot of strength on it. So I don't expect it to snap off doing this kind of work. And if I really, and let's face it, most of us, we're not when we're in the woods, I'm probably 3/4 of a mile from my truck here in this WMA in Arkansas. I just found a decent spot to work out some knives, and I'm not going to be in a survival situation. My phone has a signal and whatever, but if I was I lived in Alaska for 3 years, and if I was out in Alaska remote, yeah, I probably wouldn't be testing my only knife like this, but it depends. And of course, if I was in a real situation, I'm going to have multiple knives, and I would use them accordingly, and I'm not going to be tip testing them out, when I need them. So that's just good old-fashioned common sense, I think. So yeah, I think this knife passes the tip test. No problems there. Fairly happy with that. All right, I got a dead standing, it looks like a dead standing oak. So I'm just going to cross baton into it a little bit. I'm not going to be able to chop it down with this knife. It's not a very wide blade. It's not going to go in too deep, but be a little bit of a test of the strength of it. Really not a bad vibration, or not a lot of bad vibration coming to the hand. It's kind of smooth. Save some more of that for next time, but yeah, the edge still feels very sharp, so fine there. There's another little piece of hardwood, and we'll just carve the end off, make a little, yeah, it's definitely oak. Very hard. Besides the fact that, like I said, the handle's small, I'm well pleased in the fact that it's a comfortable handle anyways, as far as, you know, no hot spots. Or what happens is when the handle is small, it just kind of rocks in my hand, which can cause a little discomfort, but that's the size of the handle. It's what it is. It's not much of anything can do about that. And maybe put some tape on it, or tape it up with some hockey tape or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that to this knife, but it does carve nice, carves smooth. And I'll spare you the long carving video. And yeah, eventually you can see I'd certainly get that down to a point, no problem, or pointy enough if I needed to use this for a stake or a little spear or whatever. Yeah, pretty good. So I'll give you a little turnaround view of this WMA area. On this side, not so greened out, and I believe, as you can see from this row of trees, when you stand in the right position, this was all farm fields back in the day, and they reclaimed it. I think it was the 50s. I may be wrong on that history, but they reclaimed it for a WMA and planted a bunch of trees, so that's why you'll see a tree line like that. But this whole area, it's kind of wet right now. It's Eclipse Day, April 8th, and on this side it's a little bit more greened up. So nice area, a lot of dead wood laying around, a lot of dead standing stuff, mostly hardwoods here. But nice day. It's gonna be low 80s, a nice cool breeze going on. There you can see that line of trees again, how they planted them back in the day. So yeah, great place for some day use. There's no overnighting in here, but it's not a very large area, but day use is fine. All right, guys, trying to spare you the long knife usage video. I have used this quite a bit, and I'm gonna say I do like it. This is a quality built knife, I can tell. As if you've watched my videos, I've been doing this for quite a few years now, and this one is quality built, and especially the Kydex sheath with this tech lock like clip. It says dots on there. Watch my desktop video, but very nice. The Kydex quality is very good. It's not super thick, but it holds the knife. You got the click. It's just no rattle. It's just perfect. I didn't move that around yet, but I would wear that, I think, on my weak side. But excellent sheath. See the desktop tabletop video. The knife, excellent build quality. I have two of these, like I said, 2 for 1, and they are they're both exactly alike. So that speaks to their build quality. Very nicely done. I have no doubt that this 154 CM is heat treated very well. Good quality steel. They do good work. A nice sharp edge. All the lines on this are perfectly done. The handle stays together. Just very well done. Definitely one of my recommended knives, and if they ever have the 2 for 1 deal again and you can get 2 of these for $75 each, I think it's well worth it. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Common Sense Outdoorsman. We'll see you on the next one.